So, as promised, our next series will be Select versus Cats. But before we do that, we have a special guest in the house. You may know him as
Sean Chef Silent.
His nickname used to be Chef, right? Like the cook or something.
No.
That's what it said on Wikipedia, man.
No, it used to be Chosen.
The Chef.
It used to be
called. People called me the Chef, but it was.
Okay.
He
so
is
it wasn't
Chosen.
official.
Okay. Chosen. TOT Chosen. Chosen Light.
Yep.
And then of course he was formerly. No, you were always. Oh my
Basically
gosh.
always Chosen.
You were always Chosen.
Just leave it at that.
All right.
I was
Well, hey, so Sheth / Chosen, how are you enjoying your time in California?
It's very nice. I get to hang out with you guys. You guys bought me a smoothie. Showed me around the place.
We bought you a Pizookie, man.
That's
that was better than which was better, the Pizookie from BJ's or the smoothie?
Smoothie after a hot day doing stuff, man.
That's true.
That's what I'm talking about. Who'd you go to the smoothie with?
Andre.
And who'd you go to the Pizookie with?
What?
That guy.
Come on, but we had the story with the ID. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Ben's
That's
apparently not from Georgia
we'll
or 21.
But,
Ben doesn't look over 21?
Guys, yeah, basically Ben didn't look like he was 21, so they denied him from being able to buy anything. It was really funny.
He should have said, "Did you see my hairline, man?"
I know, it's really
There's
funny.
no way I could be 21.
So, Sheth, let's get some questions about you. How have you been enjoying ZVP thus far? There's been a lot of changes, especially with the Queen buff and whatnot. Do you like the matchup at all?
Well, real quick, I'll explain the Ben situation slightly more. He had his ID, and it was a real ID from Georgia, and they still wouldn't take it. But anyway, back onto your ZVP question. Right now, I think ZVP is interestingly balanced, where I think early game, either player can get slightly ahead or slightly behind, but not too much if both players play well, hopefully. And then when you get to mid game, I feel like Zerg has an advantage. Protoss has obviously good builds, and MC is amazingly good at taking advantage of mid game. But like once you get to late game, I think Protoss has a slight advantage. But again, these are just super small advantages, and I just think it's a pretty good matchup right now.
And the Queen change has definitely changed a lot of the early game stuff. Now, I would say that it helps a lot with early game pressure, but Alive proves that to be not so true. But still, how have you been experiencing the Queen change? I mean, does it really change the matchups quite substantially, or it's pretty much the same?
It's great. It makes you feel a little more confident early game. You can make that extra drone. An extra drone really matters. You know, you feel safe, feel comfortable playing in the early game as opposed to maybe a little bit worried a little bit more about Hellions. Now, if you have 3 Queens, you know, they have 5 range. They can catch the Hellions.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's change up the questions, get to know Sheth a little bit more. So how did you start, playing with the keyboard on your lap? And I mean, what was that? Was that just from like young gamer habits? But like, what's the story behind the laptop and the keyboard?
Well, to keep it brief, I tore my ACL, really hurt my leg really badly, so I had to always keep it elevated. And while my leg was elevated, it's really hard to turn your entire body to look at the computer. So I would just turn the top half of my body and keep the rest elevated, and the keyboard on my lap because it's really hard to turn your whole body. So I just play with the keyboard there.
Oh, that's a shame. Tearing your ACL is the worst possible thing to happen to anybody.
Electroshock therapy is not fun.
Oh my God, did they really?
Oh yeah, they put ice on it and they electrocute it. It's crazy.
Oh man, I'm so sorry, Sean. But
that's fun.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your life. What else do you like to do, if anything, besides StarCraft?
I like chess. I like juggling. I like playing football.
And? No, I know there's something.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's where I'm sticking.
There's Mafia, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah, yes.
Sheth loves Mafia. So if you're ever in the area with Sean, just call him up or tweet at him and ask him to play Mafia.
Don't give him my private number. Don't tell him to call me. No.
774.
Just message me on Skype or PM me on Team Liquid.
Yeah. So Sheth, we see you here in California. Where can we see you next after this show match?
Well, I'll be at MLG Anaheim.
Okay, cool. And then any plans beyond Anaheim, or is that just what you're focusing on right now?
That's all I can say right now.
Okay. Fair enough. Cool. So keeping.
That means there's something in the works, man.
Updates. Yeah, it's really cool. Well, Sheth. Huh? Oh yeah, Sheth. Before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs or thank yous, or maybe you want to say something to the community in a heartfelt manner, bear way?
I'll just stick with my sponsors. Thank you, a lot. All the guys watching, I really appreciate that as well. And then, of course, a huge shout-out to Razer, Twitch TV, little app factory, which is now Shiny Things and has Sudoku Touch out there, which is pretty cool. You draw the letters or the numbers in. It's pretty sweet. So thank all of you guys for letting me be here, and NASL for having me here too.
Sean,
Awesome.
Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure. I can't wait to see you play against MC tomorrow. You guys can catch him at 8 p.m. PST at the NASL. Yeah, at the NASL
we'll be
stream
there
too.
casting as well, so it'll be a great time. So of course, you can also follow Sheth on Twitter, twitter.com/liquidsheth. Really good guy. In fact, he outnumbers all of our Twitter followers if you combine all of our Twitter accounts. It's really funny. So
he's he's probably the most popular person in the world.
he is actually second to none.
Second to none. Love the guy.